Broadcast team, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Larry, with a side of fans splashing in pools behind the end zone, we can only be in one place. That's Everbank Field in Jacksonville, Florida. Today, we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Arizona Cardinals and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They established the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
Second down following the run. Play action. It's Griffin. And his throw here's incomplete. And here is the Cardinal defense.
Calais Campbell is one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and adds excellent kick blocking ability.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Griffin. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And this offense on your screen, one of the guys who knows how to win football games, Larry Fitzgerald.
Plenty of athleticism, but plays the game with incredible intelligence.
Second down, Rivers. Underneath for Johnson. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, how many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. And we take you through the starting defense for Jacksonville.
Malik Jackson is very steady and awfully productive.
Ball spotted at the 4. It's 2nd and goal. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So backed up to the 6 now, 3rd and goal. Throwing Rivers. That's caught at the 2. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So our initial drive here this afternoon results in 3. I'm not sure that was a statement necessarily, but getting points on the road, never a bad thing.
No question about it, Brandon. You had a crowd that was all fired up during pregame introductions, yet you're able to quiet them just a little bit by taking the early lead.
The Cardinals setting out to kick this one away, and off we go. This is taken at his 4. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
A dump off for Charles. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them. But they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
They go play action with Griffin. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. On 1st down, Griffin. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a 1st down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
They go play action. Griffin. And this one complete to Julius Thomas. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
A 1st down carry here for Charles. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Not an ideal spot to be on 1st down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we got to throw in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in 2nd and manageable.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10. It's Griffin. Completes it to Lee. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, Jamal Charles. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. 1st level defensive line, 2nd level linebackers, 3rd level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a 1st level run, and it was stopped by a 2nd level player.
Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. They come out here in the eye. Now a give, right side, Charles. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Charles the low setback. Now it's Griffin. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super toe.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. They'll keep it on the ground with Charles again. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. They'll come out in the pistol. On the counter, it's Charles. Oh, look at the juke. Fighting through. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, They almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Tenth carry now for Jamal Charles. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
And that was a nice play by the defense. And it is tough to be an offensive lineman nowadays, especially if you're dealing with how the defensive tackles have evolved. Their quickness, their agility, their speed has changed the big guys in the middle, the center and the offensive guards. Formerly, they were just power players. Now they have to be light on their feet as well to keep up with the speed of the defensive players.
3rd down and 4. And he goes in motion here in the backfield. Griffin. A dump off for Charles. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
They run it. It's Charles. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Shift together here from the D-line. 2nd and goal now from the 8. Another shot here for Charles. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
On 3rd and goal, here's Griffin going underneath for Charles. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. And Myers able to knock it through, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So give them 3 there. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they couldn't punch it in.
And credit this defense, too. That was the old bend but don't break approach, but it kept the offense out of the end zone.
And, Charles, this is one of those inexcusable special teams penalties, an out-of-bounds kickoff.
Pressure, pressure, pressure. Sometimes errors occur because of situations.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Rivers now to throw on 1st down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
It wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Rivers again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
On third down, Rivers. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. The first down throw here for Rivers. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. John Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. And it's up and good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They go play action here on first down. Lee's got it over the middle. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now Griffin on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And some room to work. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And quickly they get to the line. On first down, Griffin steps away to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Following the interception here, Rivers. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. Rivers on first down. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And Hartley able to knock it through. And that will do it. So this guy's just sitting there, right? He's got like 30 hot dogs in front of him. And what's that? Flip? Apparently we're back. Okay, so Larry's halftime show got cut off. Sorry, we were doing story time here in the booth. We are ready, though, for the third quarter. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Over the middle here to Brown. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. On 1st and 10, Rivers. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So he got free of one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll throw again. Rivers. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Really excellent job there, just going up and getting it.
Brandon, I'm a defender. I shouldn't be this excited, but what a play by the receiver downfield to elevate and make the catch.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved him up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
He's got his man on the crossing route. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, this from 34. And Hartley able to knock it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
2nd down now after the pass completion. Play action. It's Griffin. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Charles. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On second down, here's Griffin. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. On third down, Griffin. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Cardinals will extend their lead. Rivers is going to throw for it. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. There he goes, right side. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offense?
It's caught inside the 25. A big third down play there for the Jags. 48 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. To throw is Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. On third down, Rivers. And he's got Fitzgerald. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Again, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Johnson. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4. Telvin Smith that time there to make the play. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Rivers. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And oh, he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. 30. 10. 5. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Charles, we've seen him target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. And the defense in desperate need of a stop. They have to get off the field and get the ball back to their offense if they want a chance. Second down, Rivers. Caught by Nelson left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That will be their third and final stoppage, as they'll only have the 2-minute warning now remaining. Rivers from the gun on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And they'll play keep away from the returner, as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Second and 10 now. Griffin completes it to Lee. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. On first down, Griffin escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. Going underneath for Charles. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up a third down. And now they're in the hurry-up. He's back to throw. A dump off for Charles. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And he did exactly what they needed him to do. Charles got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to throw. And that's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time, and it's fourth down.
Well, that was pretty nice to watch if you like a defense's perspective because they understood where the first down line was as much as the offensive guys did. Did not give up any more ground, and when the ball was thrown, Reacted really well and swatted it away. One of the advantages of zone defense, you never take your eyes off the quarterback, and when he reacts, you do exactly the same and go get the ball.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that should just about put this one in the win column for the Cardinals. They'll hand it off now. Johnson, as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Johnson on the counter. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On second down, Johnson. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
I have to laugh a little bit because he actually handed it off. I thought with the 2 touchdown passes he's thrown in this one already, he'd go ahead and fling and try and get a 3rd one.
Yeah, now from this spot on 3rd down, I think he'd probably throw it here.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. They won't even send in a running play here, I don't believe. I think they go ahead and try and throw it for a touchdown.
It's a 6-yard carry. It does put him just a few yards short of the goal line, but 4th down coming up. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Now flags come in before the kick. Clearly there was contact. Who was at fault? So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So, Charles, I think from a defensive perspective, you have to look at that field goal there and consider it a win.
You were able to keep them within a touchdown, so no question about it. That was the kind of stand that keeps you in ball games.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. But guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams.
Not today, baby, not today.